If you've watched a few of these videos, you might be asking a very simple question. Is this actually for me? Not, is this good? Not, does this sound interesting? But is this the right next step for me right now? That's the question this video is for. No selling, no convincing, just honesty. Let's start here. The focus journey is not for men who are weak, and it's not for men who are broken. It's for men who are functioning, but feel like something is costing them more than it should. You're still showing up, you're still providing, you're still leading, still carrying responsibility, but internally, things feel crowded, heavy, noisy. If that sounds familiar, keep listening. The focus journey may be right for you if you're capable but mentally overloaded. You're disciplined but clarity comes and goes. You make decisions all day, but doubt lingers longer than it used to. You're tired of pushing through, being the only strategy. You don't need motivation, you need orientation. You're not looking for someone to hype you up. You're looking for something that helps you see clearly again. That's the core fit. Let me be clear about this. The focus journey will not redesign your life, tell you what choices to make, promise transformation in 2 days or 2 months or 2 years. It won't turn you into a different person. If that's what you're looking for, this isn't it. This work is about removing interference, so strength, wisdom, and discernment you already have can operate without constant friction. Think of it less like a reset and more like a recalibration. It's just as important to say who this isn't for. This probably isn't for you if you want a quick fix. You want something or someone to tell you exactly what to do. You're not willing to slow down at all. You're only interested in tactics, not awareness. You're looking for constant accountability or pressure. This work requires presence. Not intensity, but honesty. Real, deliberate honesty. If you're not ready for that, that's okay. Doesn't mean anything is wrong. Just means the timing isn't right. The men who benefit most from the focus journey usually share a few traits. They're thoughtful, they're responsible, internally driven, used to carrying weight quietly, respected by others. They're not dramatic about their struggles. They're subtle about them. They don't say, I'm falling apart. They say things like, I feel off. I feel scattered. I can't quite get my footing. If that language resonates with you, you're not alone. When this work is a good fit, men don't usually say, I feel amazing. They say things like, I'm thinking more clearly again. My decisions don't feel as heavy. I feel more present with my people. I'm not carrying everything in my head anymore. Unfortunately, life doesn't get easier. It gets cleaner though. And clean systems are easier to live inside. Here's an important distinction. You don't need the focus journey the way you need oxygen. You choose it the way you choose alignment. This isn't rescue, it's refinement. And refinement is for people who are already capable, but don't want capability to slowly turn into exhaustion. If you're waiting until something breaks, this probably isn't for you yet. If you're paying attention before that happens, this might be exactly the right time. There's a quiet wisdom underneath this work. Life was never meant to be carried all at once. Burden was meant to be shared. Clarity was meant to come before action. Restoration was meant to precede direction. Strong people weren't meant to do everything alone. Wise people weren't meant to rely only on themselves. This work doesn't replace faith. It honors how humans were designed to function. If you're considering a call, here's what it is and isn't. A call is not a commitment. It's not a pitch, a pressure to have deep conversation or not. It's just a simple conversation, a chance to talk through where you are at, what you're carrying, and whether this process actually fits you. If it doesn't, I'll tell you. There's no benefit to forcing alignment. Clarity matters on both sides of the table. Before you decide anything, sit with this question though. What is the cost of continuing exactly as I am? Not in crisis, but in quiet friction. If that question stays with you, that's information. You don't need to rush it. You don't need to convince yourself of anything. Just notice. The focused journey isn't for everyone, and that's intentional. It's for men who are ready to stop managing everything internally and start carrying their lives with clarity again. If that's you, the next step is simple. Book a call. Not because something is wrong, though, but because something could be clearer. And clarity, when it's time, changes everything. See you in the next one.